the big opportunities of the urban transition in Africa. In fact, what are the big issues and what are the main policies that we are implementing to address these big issues? And secondly, what are the key challenges you see facing your country in addressing urbanization? And what do you want to bring to Quito as the request and the input of your government and of Africa as a whole? You see, if you read your paper, I doubt that maybe it is certainly there. So I will collect the paper to give them to the audience, multiply them. So please, the best way is to give us your paper afterward. But now you have 5 minutes each to respond to the 2 questions. You see that the moderator is taking more than 5 minutes, and this is the privilege of a moderator. Now, please, I want to do that in the order, starting from the moderator, please, to the oversight. So, Honorable Isaac Udabteng, you are the mayor of Tema, and you are talking here on behalf of the National Association of Local Government Authorities in Ghana, and also on behalf of the government of Ghana. This is what I was told. 5 minutes. Can you respond to the 2 questions that we will pose to you?
Thank you, moderator, and thank you, distinguished delegates of this all-important forum. Moderator indeed has made it simple for us to share the specific experiences of our country relating to the opportunities. And I like it when it is framed around the opportunities, because that is what the opening address alluded to, that how are we as Africans taking advantage of the opportunities around us to deal with the issues of urban transition and, for that matter, the change of our narrative. Indeed, we do have an opportunity. Here in Ghana, the statistics have been clear that over the past 2 decades, we've seen a major shift from about 32% to 52% of our residents moving to the urban centers. And so, in line with our national new urban agenda, the urban development framework and the policy documents are all gearing towards making the cities sustainable as they should be, and also focusing on the secondary and tertiary cities that would make a complete shift from just focusing on the center of the urban cities, but also making a continuous development along the drive from cities, towns, and even villages. And so, as is the case, our ministry is rightly acronymed the Ministry for Local Government and Rural Development. Yes, we're talking urban, but it is not possible for the urban cities to live on their own as an island. We will definitely need the strong resources of the local and secondary cities to make even our urban centers more resilient. The case of Tema has given us an ample evidence that indeed the resources are available to us. And so the challenge or the issue is urbanization is becoming a challenge, and the once conceived beautiful city of Tema is losing its shine. But in there lies the opportunity. If more people are drifting to the cities, it is an opportunity. It is a bigger market. It is a bigger opportunity for infrastructure for our people. And so this is the opportunity for all of us, and this is why I agree with my minister's opening remark that what we need is leadership. And what we need is a mindset that says that indeed we have some resources to make the change that is needed in making our cities strong, resilient, and inclusive. Indeed, if you come to Tema now, you have a picture which seems like a painter's work. That yes, you see the challenge, but the painter starts with a frame and with the sketches. But by the time the full painting is done, you have a beautiful picture. And we have said that in line with government's agenda of deepening city center resilience and sustainability, Tema has been chosen. And so whilst we bring back the port activities, the industrial activity, and the housing to bridge the gap in our housing infrastructure, we are also dealing with the issue of the urban dweller. Whether it is the low-income dweller, the middle income, or the upper income, in our quest to make our cities inclusive, we are creating opportunities for all. And that is what the transition should be. If once the world has been described as a global village, then I want Africa to describe Africa as a cottage. A cottage in the sense that we should be able to now speak more closely. We should hear each other's voice closer than it will be even in a village. And this forum should offer us that opportunity where we listen to each other closely and come out with formidable African-made positions towards Quito. I believe the second part should also mean that, yes, there are inputs to be made. Africa can be heard louder if these inputs are coming from one pot, which is served not because of its taste, but because of its rich nutrition, which addresses our peculiar challenge. Our challenge is actually an opportunity, because this is the time for Africa to rise. The opportunities are here, and I want to conclude by saying that it is not the funds or the resources that will drive the change, but once we set the right agenda and the projects are available, the funds will chase us. And this is the opportunity we have. We would go from Ghana to Quito believing that the place of our president as a co-chair for the Sustainable Development Goals has made it even more imperative for us to make our cities safe, inclusive, resilient, and to contribute to making the broader country development where cities will support secondary cities as in towns and make even our villages much safer, inclusive places for all. Being mindful of my 5 minutes, I want to say that Ghana is ready for Habitat 3. Ghana is ready to contribute to the Sustainable Development Goals. Thank you.
Word of the politician. Now I ask you a very harsh question. A very hard question. You have to meet your president. And you tell him, President, I'm the minister. I've foreseen oversaw everything on the continent. I have many requests, demand coming from the ground. This is the one thing that we should be doing now. What? The one thing, not the discourse. One thing that you should be doing and address to your president. Let's start now by doing this. What?
Leadership that is mindful of the available resources towards an inclusive city and country at large.
Thank you, Mr. Minister.